Welcome to IIT Delhi, where innovation meets inspiration. This year, the CBT Course 2025 brings together brilliant minds, thought leaders, and change makers from around the world. Before the event kicks off, we sat down with some of the incredible speakers to get an exclusive peek into their ideas, insights, and what they are most excited to share. Stay tuned, like, share, and subscribe for more exclusive content from CBT 2025.
Hello everyone, I am Virender Singh, founder of BioPatrika. Welcome to this CBT Course Pre-event Interview Series. Today we have with us Tom Fletcher from FUJIFILM Biosciences. Welcome Tom to this interview.
Yeah, thank you very much, Virender.
Yeah. Before we go ahead, could you briefly introduce yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Tom Fletcher, and I work for FUJIFILM Biosciences, as you said. And so we are a company that develops and supplies cell culture media to the industry, especially for large-scale production of recombinant proteins. My background has been in the development and optimization of these formulas, of these media. And more recently, actually, we've been really studying closely the preparation of liquid media from powder. So, that's been mostly my whole life. I mean, I've worked for another company briefly, but for many years I've been here at FUJIFILM Biosciences.
Yeah, that's good to know, and good to know your dedication to stick to one company. Not many in our generation do that.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't do it if it wasn't such an interesting opportunity, and it's been really rewarding for me. So that's it's not just my commitment, but it's been a profitable and enjoyable experience for me.
Yeah, great. So, what inspired you to be part of this CBT Course Series 2025, and what aspects of this event you are looking forward to?
Right. So I first heard about it through, I guess it was an email, and I was immediately attracted. So I've been to India twice before and visited many of the bioprocess customers that we have, or different companies in India. But I know of Anurag Rathore, and so I don't think I've met him in person, but I know of his reputation. And so when I saw there was an opportunity, I was immediately interested, because I think this is an opportunity to engage with the best and the brightest in the industry, and we are very interested in supporting the industry in India. It wasn't a difficult decision. I thought this would be very interesting opportunity for myself and for our business.
Yeah, that's great. So, our last decade, CBT course has brought together academicians, industry professionals, as well as people from regulatory affairs. So, what unique perspective will you be bringing to this course or discussion?
Okay, well, I will be talking in almost all of the talks. I believe I have four different sessions, but they will all be related to cell culture media. So in the beginning, that might sound like a fairly mundane or boring subject, but I'm determined to make it interesting, because it plays a very important role in the bioprocess. And also, we've been progressing the technology of cell culture media over the years. So I will provide some updates on, what are the latest technologies, what are the latest opportunities, what are the latest approaches to achieving better processes through the modification of cell culture media.
Yeah, sounds interesting. So, how do you think courses like CBT Course Series could help us bridge scientific research with biopharma applications?
Oh, that's a great question. So it's one of the things that attracts me here is, as you mentioned, we have a mix of not only people, but of topics. And so I believe this is the future, or this is the way to progress the industry, is by listening and respecting what's happening in the academic labs. Personally, I'm very interested, especially in the age of data science. I think there are so many tools that we can use to get to the processes we need faster, and not only faster, but with a deeper understanding. So one thing you'll notice in my lecture, I'll talk a lot about rational approaches, which I believe strongly are superior to random approaches. Now, I understand random is still very common. You can screen a lot of ideas and you can pick the winners. And sometimes that is the best, I guess sometimes it works and that's fine. But when you can gain knowledge as a result of your efforts, this is so much more valuable. And I credit primarily the academic side of this topic for bringing us tools to increase our knowledge. And for me, when you end up with knowledge, regardless of how good the process is, I think you've gained a very valuable asset in the knowledge alone.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for highlighting this importance of like knowledge transfer from academia to industry and how it could enhance everything.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So this year, CBT course theme covers Biopharma 400 and
Okay.
advanced manufacturing as well as changing regulatory framework. Why do you think like these topics are relevant and important in today's scenario?
Okay, so that relates a little bit to what I was just saying about, these new tools of data science and automation, which I think is included in the Biopharma 4.0. These represent the future of the industry. We have so much more leverage, if you will, against the opportunities to improve a process, to develop a better process, thanks to these tools. Now, I'm actually somewhat of a skeptic, though, because I hear these terms used as if they're magical, like artificial intelligence, AI, and so when people start talking about that, I start listening closely. Do they really understand the appropriate use of these tools? Because in some cases, it promotes lazy science. People think my computer will just tell me what I need to do. And I don't support that approach. I think it's a combination of good science, thoughtful design of experiments, and then obviously these new tools. I think it's important that we embrace them and we apply them at every opportunity we have, but then also to digest what we learn and respect the fact that we're generating knowledge. Again, I'm such a big fan of knowledge, and I think it gets overlooked. Almost every level, a scientist will generate data from his experiment, but I always encourage the younger scientists to spend time digesting your data because I'm sure it's telling you something besides what you're looking for. So there's so much you can learn just by spending some time with your data and looking for the nuances. I think that's very important in science.
I think you highlighted very good points, and with introduction of AI, everything for some people become black box, and they just like feed in something and get something out of nowhere,
Uh-huh.
right?
You've
So
probably seen it before. I mean, it's a common, I think it's kind of a lazy habit around the world. I mean, almost everywhere, right? So we have to understand the usefulness of these tools and apply them appropriately. I mean, obviously in the academic environment, there's a major concern of cheating. The students can cheat by using AI, like Chat GPT or something. But this is the two sides of this technology, I think, right here. And we have to watch and use it appropriately.
yeah, that's right. So my last question is, what message or advice you will give to young researchers or professionals who are planning to attend this event?
Well, stay in the lectures, take notes, and really, don't miss any session because there are so many interesting topics. This is a very full program. We've got experts from around the world that will be providing their insights, and so I'm looking forward to it myself. I expect to learn, a tremendous amount just by participating in this conference. So that would be just the first comment, and then spend some time meeting the people, ask questions. Um, I think this is again a rich opportunity to meet the leading experts in the field and to gain knowledge. And that might happen better if you ask questions or you meet the people. And you might not think of all your questions during this session, but you just making a contact with somebody, you have a chance to follow up later with questions that might come to mind. So just be involved every way you can. And I'll share personally, I'm a little bit of a shy person, but I've gained so much at conferences, even during the meals and the breaks, just by meeting people. Listen, sometimes I'm just listening, but when I have a chance to ask a question, I think it's always a good chance to engage in the what's happening in the industry and to benefit from the opportunity. So those are my those are my thoughts, my advice. And again, I've kind of been around that experience, and I think it's important to stay engaged with what's happening, meet people.
Yeah, I think that's really important. And networking is one thing which happens in conferences and courses. And definitely, I think people should look to network more than they do.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. So thanks a lot, Tom, for sharing your insights and giving us preview of what people should expect at this event. And we look forward to seeing you during December CBT course series.
Well, thank you. I'm very excited about it. I look forward to meeting as many of you as I can.